कृष्णत्वदीयपदपङ्कजपञ्जरान्ते अद्यैव मे विशतमानसराजहंसः प्राणः प्रयाणसमये कफवादपित्तैः कण्ठावरोधनविभो स्मरणं कुतस्ते कस्तूरीतिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभम् नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुकरे कङ्कणम् सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितं कण्ठे च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्रीपरिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणि. Healthy habits can be known, can be understood in various ways. There are so many healthy habits that people have described it in a very different way, in a very connecting way, in different platforms. Someone describes it through food, healthy habits in our food routine, healthy habits in our nature, healthy habits to practice for good health, for workout, for a fit body, for a fit mind. There are habits given for different things. Today we will be talking about 5 such habits which help us to stay connected, to stay healthy. So habits are essential to our health. There has to be certain practices, certain system set for ourselves, which we call as routine. And that routine has particular activities which we do every day. For example, we brush our teeth every morning for good teeth and clean mouth. The same way, there are many other habits which we should practice. Healthy habits can help us in keeping diseases away while living a long, fulfilling life. A healthy life means good health and sane mind. If you want to stay both physically and mentally fit, you need to practice good habits every day. It boosts your self-esteem and self-image. So it creates an aura which helps you to self-motivate yourself, to generate energy and enthusiasm within yourself, and those habits will become like an petrol for your car and will boost you, will push you for doing things more effectively and efficiently in your life. So let us look through these 5 habits that we'll be talking about. The first is a wholesome vegetarian diet. Food is the core of our living. The food you eat creates your mind, body, and soul. So who you are is ultimately created by the food. From day one, when we are born, from then till now, the growth that we see in our bodies, the age, the growth of our body, how does it happen? It happens because of what we eat or what we intake. So ultimately what we eat takes the shape of our body. And so it becomes very important to focus on what you eat. What is your diet? Jevu anna evu man. There's this saying that the kind of food you eat is the kind of mind and body your becomes. Developing a healthy food habit is crucial for a healthy life. We can see there is so much emphasis on what kind of food should we eat, what should be our diet. If we want a particular type of body, if we want a fit body, what kind of food should we eat? People nowadays think that for having a gym built body or to have a proper muscular body, one should eat non-vegetarian food. Only then they can have proteins and proper muscles built up. But that's not true. It's a myth, because in India there are so many examples of people who have proper muscular body by having vegetarian diet, proteins through beans and grains. So it's upon one's individual choice, the way they want to have their own diet. With the onset of Western culture, non-veg diet is very prevalent. We all know that. Even people in India nowadays, it's an unfortunate part that they have started consuming non-vegetarian food just for fulfilling their taste buds. It is a popular myth that for a healthy body, meat and eggs are must. This is completely untrue. In non-veg food, animals suffer excruciating pain while being butchered. It is believed that the kind of food we eat is the type of person we become. Hence, such cruelty for food must be avoided. In the process of eating, creating of food or making of food is essential. And for making the food, if you are consuming non-vegetarian food, you are killing an animal, butchering them, making them suffer of pain. And I have given this example in previous sessions as well, where we talk about why we should be vegetarian. The food that we eat becomes who we are. Before the moment the animal is killed, they have a high boost of chemicals, of tension, of anxiety, of pressure within their bodies. And the moment that we kill them, all those chemicals are on their peak. And with that, people consume that. And because of that, all those anxiety, tensions, and thought process, that fear enters into their bodies. So, Shri Mahaprabhuji, Shri Vallabhacharyaji asks this beautiful question that, is it necessary to kill someone, to kill a living being for just fulfilling your taste buds or your body? There are so many different things that you can eat. One only has the right to take life of something when they have the power to give them life. We don't have the power to give life to animals. We have power to give life to fruits, to vegetables, to grains, because we can farm them. So it's all about how you want to live your life, with what values you live your life. Non-veg food is also a source of many deadly diseases and environmental pollution. There is a documentary on Netflix which is known as Seaspiracy. If we watch it, we can know how the sea life matters. If there is no sea life left, if there are no fishes in the sea, how people will have problems in water, drinking water. The way we are polluting the water will create what kind of problems in our life and where it will lead us. So it is also polluting the environment, and the end result is our life in a bad shape. A well-balanced vegetarian diet provides the body with all nutrition that we need. Vegetarians have lower cholesterol, low blood pressure, and reduced risk of heart diseases. In addition, vegetarian food is easy for the body to digest, takes lesser time to cook, is healthy, and most importantly, saves your money and saves life as well. In Pushti Marg, Shri Mahaprabhuji has created an extremely well-planned plan for Shri Thakurji, keeping in mind the season, the time of the day, nutritional requirements, and so much more. So the food that we eat in Pushti Marg, the samagris that we eat, the Mahaprasad, it is all segregated into different seasons, different timings, different nutritions according to different time. It is all prescribed in a very particular way, which is also understood in the way that it has Ayurvedic knowledge behind it and helps us to have a healthy life and healthy body. The next comes hygiene and cleanliness. The second habit, the second healthy habit, should be hygiene and cleanliness. We have seen the importance of hygiene and cleanliness during COVID-19. Maintaining personal hygiene and cleanliness is one of the most important habits for one. A clean body and clean environment help promote positivity and good health. These are very basic points that we all can understand. It needs no further explanation. Our culture incorporates many practices and habits which are crucial to maintain personal hygiene. Habits such as washing hands after eating, not putting eaten hands, which we also call as jhoothe haath, in food. So like what you have served in your plate, with the hands you eat your food, you should not use the same hand to serve yourself. Use the other hand. So one hand is for eating and one hand is for serving, or someone else can also help you to serve the food. The same way when you drink water, either you drink it from above, or once you drink it, then you wash the utensils and wash your hands, and then you do something else or touch something else. That maintains the hygiene. Bathing after going to the toilet, etc. were a part of our culture. Nowadays, most people shun them as old beliefs and do not follow them. Like for example, if it is winter, people avoid to take shower. I have seen many people who don't take showers in winter. And many more such examples that we can correlate to. We can see people practicing such habits nowadays, which are not prescribed for hygiene or cleanliness. But there is a lot of science behind each of them, each of the practices that we practice for hygiene. Science suggests you should clean yourself after coming in contact with any bodily fluids, as it is prone to infection. In Pushti Marg, Shri Mahaprabhuji has developed many practices that are based on hygiene, such as doing apras before going for seva to maintain cleanliness. We can see that when a doctor enters into an operation theatre, into an OT, first they have to clean themselves, wear clean clothes, sanitize all the utensils and all the tools that they are going to use for the operation before they are going to treat a human body. They have to go through certain parameters for maintaining the hygiene and cleanliness. The same way, when we are approaching Bhagwan, when we are approaching the ultimate reality of all, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, the utmost amount of hygiene, cleanliness and positivity we need. And so, certain practices are prescribed by Shri Acharya Charan. These practices are meant to promote cleanliness, Shuddhata in our daily lives. The next comes punctuality. We all need to learn this. Punctuality is must for any area in life. It is a necessity for leading a healthy life. You need to eat, sleep, exercise, etc. on time to develop a good routine and a healthy lifestyle. A non-punctual person is always struggling with time. When you are late for one thing, you have a compromise. You have to compromise on something else, and you end up where it affects a lot of things. So the end result is always affected by your routine, and if you don't have punctuality in your routine, the end result will not be the way you have thought or imagined. The next and the fourth habit is a positive thought process. You are your thoughts. We have talked about this in our previous session. The kind of thoughts you have affects your emotions. What you think is what you become. So how you think and how you feel directly impact how your body reacts to such thoughts. All three influence how you behave and what your actions are, or the way you act is all related to your thought process. This is how your thoughts create your reality. It's in the way you behave and act that you define who you are and what you experience in life. And the way you behave and act is simply a construction of how you think, feel, and what you do. When we engage with specific thoughts, when we connect with specific thoughts and give more emphasis and energy towards certain kind of thoughts, we begin to feel the emotions that were triggered by these thoughts. We enter a new emotional state, which then influences how we act. For example, if you regularly engage with the thought that you are a failure and need more attention to it, you will start to feel down, worthless, discouraged, and perhaps even depressed. So there is one situation, and there are two different ways to deal with the situation. One in a positive way, and second in a negative way. The thought process that we have creates what kind of person we will become. So having a right direction in your thought process is a very crucial and important part of living a healthy life. Positive emotions like gratefulness, appreciation, etc. help you grow personally along with others around you. They do not just help you, but also it motivates and boosts people around you. We must be very conscious of the thoughts we have every day. Positive thinking lessens stress, hence allowing you to live more freely. In Pushtimarg, a beautiful way to be grateful and happy is learning the concept of accepting everything as Prabhu Kripa or Prabhu Ichha. If something good happens with us in life, it is God's grace or the Prabhu Kripa. If something doesn't happen the way we want or we have thought, it is due to God's will, Prabhu Ichha. This kind of acceptance helps us to move forward through any situation, any discomfort, any unwanted situations that are created. For He has something better planned for us. Because in future something better is coming. Bhagavan has planned something better for us. And so, for having a good experience, one needs to know what is the worst. And so Prabhu Kripa and Prabhu Ichha, if we think in this way, things become very easy. The flow continues and it helps us to create a proper behavioral pattern. So in the end, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words, your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. वजन तो तेने रे कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे, by नरसिंह मेहता। पर दुखे उपकार करे तो मन अभिमान न आने रे, सकल लोक मा सौने निंदा न करे के नी रे. So we all must have this healthy habits for living a healthy life, for having a healthy mindset, for having healthy thoughts, for having healthy habits and actions in our life, which will not just help us but also will boost energy into everyone around us. Shubham Bhavatu, Kalyanamastu.